Hi there, so my name is Colette Thornton and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. And the purpose of today's video is for anybody that shopped with me from mid-June to mid-July would have received a free card kit similar to this one with their order or with their thank you. Just as another little thank you from me, along with their gems and things. So these two are a couple of the examples. This one is different actually, so everybody would have got different animals, and I would have tried to coordinate the backing with it also. So let's have a look. Everything should be here already, she says, when she can. I've failed at the first hurdle and I can't even get it open. Here we go. So you are not going to need a massive amount of anything. So you've got your ribbon, you've got a couple of dimensionals just to pop it up. We have got some strips, 3 centimetre, she says. Yes, strips to make your squares with, and they're all different. So you can quite literally go with whatever you fancy. A circle from the Circle Punch. You've got a 10-fold card base, coordinating mat that will go on here, and then you've also got your piece, your layer for inside. So what you will need is a pair of snips for some fussy cutting, and some glue, and your trimmer to cut your squares out. So let's start when I can find where I've left my trimmer. There we go. Sorry, I'm not in my usual crafting spot. We're trying to, got kids in one room, me in another. The joys of trying to do things over weekend. So we need to just make these 3 centimetre squares, and I tend to go with 3 of each, but it is entirely up to you. You will have too much, so you can cut as many or as few as you like. Let's try and make sure that they are the same size, they clip. Apologies, because I'm also not filming on my usual device, so I'm hoping that this will come out okay. It just so happens that I didn't charge the iPad, which is kind of daft when you know you're going to want it. And then this is going to have just a smidgy bit left. Okay. And I'm just cutting all of them purely because it's easier. And I'm also prone to making mistakes, so it does mean that regardless of the outcome, we'll have enough. Because actually you'll only need 12. I do 6 at the top, 6 at the bottom, and the ribbon will go in between. What I have forgotten to bring over is my tear tape or any seal, but there should be enough washi tape on the ribbon I put in the kit. So we will, my favourite saying, hashtag wing it and go from there. And this is just a cute little way. It's one of my favourite techniques. My upline showed this to me a few years ago when I was fairly new. So the purpose of this kit was because in June I had been a Stampin' Up demonstrator for 3 years. And time flies when you're having fun, and I genuinely, without the team and crafting with like-minded people, it really is, I know everybody says it, but it really is more than stamps, ink and paper. I love it. So that's that part. So what we need to do now is to get your mat layer, and then you just need 6. So it's a case of finding the patterns that you like. I do love that one, so that one's definitely going, and I do love a stripe. I tend to go for 6 dark and 6 light. Apologies, the reason I was late filming this by a week or two is purely because we've had a really poorly household, which is why every now and then I'm still going to be sniffly, I'm afraid. But I'd completely lost my voice and was barking, so I thought it best not to try and record for you all. Because actually it was really nice to see that I've had to make a fair few of these. So that's, no, I haven't got 3 dark. 1, 2, and we'll have a few of those, shall we? So I know that some of you would have been upset because I've chopped animals off the back of these, but just know that you have got, and I think I made sure everybody kind of had 2 together so that they could pick what they were. Oh, and you're going to need a sentiment, but I haven't brought those over with me, so I will do a dart over in a minute because I wasn't clever enough to think of that in advance. Okay. So what I tend to do is when you're using these, you're going to want to make sure that they're going the same kind of way. And that's just because that's my OCD that kicks in with that. And then what white one that we use. So then we'll go there and there and have the stars in the middle. And then I try and just kind of reverse it. So we could mirror it. I think I've got far too many actually. I don't think I needed as many as I've got. Of course I don't. I only needed 2 of each. This is where my brain cells don't kick in very well. So we don't need that. We need that. We're going up that way. Oh, sorry, I've just realised I'm not on the screen. My other screen's a wider one. It would have caught it all. I'll go that one down there, that one up there, and that one down there. And this looks weird because we've left a gap, but that's going to be for the ribbon, so don't panic. Actually, what we've done is made enough for about 3 cards, but ho-hum. We live and learn. So what I do is I will generally, I've not bought a chair over, which was really silly of me, although I've done that so that I can still see where I am because I'm not used to this camera. There we go. You just want to make sure that you're going to be able to have the same border all the way around. Oh, don't get glue on your fingers because then your paint will stick to you. It's all good. And I'm just sticking these down with Tombow. It allows you that little bit of wiggle room to get everything where you want it. And we can go from there. So hopefully I've still got a couple of these to send out, so hopefully for those ones I can get some QR codes printed off so that you can find this easily. Those of you that are my regular customers, I hope you found it easy peasy through the usual link. I sent out a save the date this week because I've got, what have I got? I've booked the children's school hall for an in-person craft session. So I joined up as a demonstrator during COVID, so I've not been able to do that, and then life's just got in the way. Everything's been really busy, and some of my crafting friends have really inspired me lately to bite the bullet and to just do it. And so I'm going to do a fundraising session with one of the Stampin' Up kits. So it's a nice way in, especially because not everybody crafts regularly. So it's nice to just see. Oh, and I've told everybody to put the end ones in first so your spacing's right. So don't do a collet. Do as I did with the first set, hopefully, and not these ones. because, see, that's not even straight. I get overly confident with things when I shouldn't. But never mind. We live and learn. I tend not to so much, actually, but ho-hum. It is a handmade card after all. There you go. So, as simple as that. And you've got a really nice base for your card. So these ribbons, so everybody's got either this one or the lemon lime twist that came as part of the Zoo Crew suite. I'm just going to save the washi that was around because I know I've not brought my tear tape over. Oh, she says that she drops half it over. So you've got more than enough ribbon here. So what I'm going to do is put this across here and fold the end over wherever that washi tape fell. I don't know where the second bit fell to though. Might just have to go back to my desk. But it was very dark in my crafting corner, so I thought it best not to craft there today. I'm currently on the dining table dodging everything else that's in here. No, bear with me just a second. Where's the washi tape? If I was washi tape, where would I hide that? I'll do. While I'm here, actually, I need a stamp, don't I? Oh. It's not a Zoo Crew stamp, but it will do. So I've just got the Scotch removable tape. Down there. And then a piece down there. There we go. And then what I do, oh sorry, is trim this off. And then it's going to decide, it will be, oh, at least we use the removable tape, hey. I had it in place before I went in search. Came back and moved it. Wasn't the most intelligent move. There you go. So where you have your bow will be dependent upon which side you want your character to be. I very much like it on this side, so I'm going to do this again. And I always vowed I'd never tie bows again on a video because I don't like doing it. One day I'll remember that I've told myself that. So, and you'll have plenty of ribbon to do this, so don't panic. I always find that tying it upside down, I am able to get it where I want it a bit better. I don't know how, why, what, where or when, but that's kind of how my tiny little mind works. And if that's what works, that's what I'm going to go with. So it's not a bad start for a bow, and we can just play with it to get it where we want it. And it won't be the best bow. I think I'm just going to have to leave it where it falls and then play with it later. Otherwise you could be, oh, I can't leave it like that. You could be here a while watching me tie a bow. My arthritis fingers don't like bows, and this is the very reason why I said I would never tie one again on a video. Oh, and now we've got bits everywhere. Should have just left it where it was. Lesson learned. So 3/4 of the video is going to be me tying a bow. I do apologise in advance. And we'll sort the rest of that out later. Oh, I'm going to have to sort that bit now because I've pulled it right the way back through. Yeah, we'll definitely sort that bit later. Right, so we can stick this on here, and I just used wet glue. Tombow on there. There we go. And then you need to decide what character you're going to... Oh, look, now I've found the other piece of washi tape. I'm going to use this on here. Probably should have fussy cut this out beforehand, and I probably have got some. 2 seconds. Oh, here's one I prepared earlier. You just love it when that happens. So there we go. And so you're going to need to decide where to position it on here and then where you want your stamp. So I have got, what have I got? Yay You. What's that from? That is from Balloons, I think. I'm sure it is. It was on my desk, so that's why we've ended up with that one. And then it's a case of sticking this little lady down just with some Tombow. I will do my goddaughter actually for when she does her dance competitions. And I like to, and you don't have to do this, I like to just put some dots. You could do lines. I really like dots. I don't know why. It's what suits my tiny little mind at the time of doing these things. It just means that I need to very much sort out my bow. But I can do that off camera. And then hopefully take another thumbnail for it. There we go. How quick's that? And then you've got your dimensionals somewhere. Hopefully I haven't given everybody edging. Oh, I've cut them already. But if you have got edging, it's fine. That way is up. Just avoid the ribbon. It won't stick to the ribbon very well. So that will go on there, and then we'll just do a mat for inside. You could always use your second character for inside. It's entirely up to you, or you can make another card with it. There we go. And that's your free card kit that would have come out this month. Thank you ever so much. Take care. Bye.